There was a time when the world's biggest influence was religious leaders. They decided which way the world will sway. But as military machines got built in the last few hundred years, the military leaders became the most significant leaders. They decided which way the world will go. In the last 100 years, the democratically elected leaders have been deciding which way the world will move. But a time is coming, I would say in the next decade or two, where it is largely the business or economic leaders who will decide which way the world will move. Already you see it's beginning to happen in many different ways. When top 100 companies account for more than $32 trillion of revenue and over $2 trillion of profit, well, this is bigger than many nations on the planet. Literally, if you take the top 10 companies, they would be among top 50 or 25 nations actually. That's how big they've become. When they have become like this, now business has to mature, business leadership has to mature from simple personal ambition to a larger vision of performance on the planet. Because you are no more somebody who's trying to make a living. There was a time people started a business to make a living. When it's grown to this size, it is very important that we understand that we have the responsibility of having a larger vision about everything that we do. Of course, business runs on profits. Profit, if it doesn't exist, naturally business is not sustainable. But if you really look at many of you, the galaxy of Indian enterprises here in many ways, many of you are not really looking at money, you're only looking at scale. Scale means what? If I'm manufacturing a safety pin, I would like to see that all the 7.3 billion people use my safety pin. Hello? I'm taking a very small product, but you are doing many things. So, it is about scale, it's about being global. It is not just about counting money anymore, because money doesn't even matter beyond a certain point, but it is only a machine that needs to run and gets bigger and bigger. So essentially, the purpose of every business, whether we are conscious about it or not conscious about it, essentially it's about human well-being. We want to just serve the whole world. If we are conscious about it, we would run it one way. If we forget about it, we will run it another way. I think in many ways, we cannot be completely divorced from the international situation. But India, being a developing country, still has room that we can tailor our business growth in such a way that we are not all driven by quarterly balance sheets, we are driven by a larger vision. And in policy and in people and in the media, there must be a reward for larger vision. That somebody is creating a business with a larger vision for long-term well-being of the nation and the people, there must be a reward for that. Every reward should not be determined by the quarterly balance sheet. If this is not done, once again we will go the same way. We must understand that the Western countries, let's say if you take United States of America, the elbow room that they have in terms of land and population and the elbow room that we have is almost a terrible comparison. If we make the same mistakes that they made, our mistakes will lead to much graver situations than whatever has happened to them. Their mistakes usually hurt somebody else. If we make mistakes, it hurts us. So, it is very important that every business leader, it doesn't matter you just started your business or you're a long-term, you're ready for a lifetime achievement, it doesn't matter which way. Whichever way or whatever stage of business, it's important to move from personal ambition to a larger vision. Because essentially business is about expansion, business is about human well-being. When we talk about human well-being, Well, our very concepts of human well-being has gotten twisted out, driven by imperialist forces. Our idea of business, unfortunately, is imported from imperialistic way of doing things. These things were possible when we could only think of well-being of a small population at the cost of a larger population. Those times are gone. Those times are completely gone. Every nation on the planet wants to grow, wants to live well, has an aspiration. So those times are gone where we could serve this small population exploiting the larger population. That kind of thing is gone. Everybody, everywhere is conscious, what is the service that you're providing, what are you charging? I'm saying even a rural person in India knows what is the telecom charges in this company, that company, every company, you know. They're just changing companies all the time because they see that somebody charged them 100 rupees more. So when world is that conscious and that connected, it is very, very important that we as a nation need to structure our business in such a way that there is a reward for nation building, there is a reward for long-term business expansion.